Chris can come back here and make this a series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing they just need to know is they need to like not constantly tunnel Seagull, because yes, he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but it just feels like they're putting a bit too much focus on him, and while they're doing that, they're just like gladly eating rockets and spam from the other direction. So they need to just keep an eye out on, you know, where the other team is in relation to Seagull, and obviously try and keep them shut down, but you know, just make sure they don't eat spam meanwhile, and just try and just play the game. Like, they just play aggressive. I mean, it didn't seem to work for them too much on the last map, but they won a couple of rollouts, so they went about, I think they went about even in terms of rollout wins against Mixup, so they could definitely have the opportunity to at least win the rollout. So they just need to slow down a bit from there. They need to just get their heals, and especially once they kill the enemy team's medic, they just need to play around their medic and just play the heal game instead. Like we saw, I think it was in the second or third round, they just dropped that medic pick and just got caught out of position.
Yep, I just got word from Enigma asking if we're ready, and we are. So we'll be going live here. Snakewater, Mixup win, and they're in. They're going to join Froyotech, who won the Season 16 ESCA LAN last weekend, actually a week ago. We were crowning them champs. They're already going to i52. Mixup looking to join them. Exertus want to say no, not today, or not yet today. Trying to come back. Very deep hole that they've dug themselves, down 2-0 in this best of 5, but they are a solid team, and they could definitely go on a bit of a run here. TF2 is a game of momentum, boys, so you never know. Mixup looks like they're going to be playing the blue side here, Exertus the red. I will turn my sights to you, Twitch chat, and I'm going to ask you what you think. Who is going to win this game, and by what score? Snakewater, so the troll response is out early. 69 to 420, Mixup wins, Yuki. Pretty sure that's the truth there. No doubts. So yeah, what do you think, Yuki? You think Exertus comes back here?
It's a tall order right now, as you were saying. Momentum, huge factor in this game, or any game, really. So, Mixup already up 5-1. I wouldn't be surprised to see them take this map out as well, but I want to see this go the whole way. I'm going to say Exertus 5-4, because why not?
The 5-4, that would be so good.
That means don't be shit, Mailer.
Totally, I'm with that call. I would love to see that 5-4. I've had pretty good luck since I've come back to casting recently. I haven't seen too many roll games, so maybe we'll get a good one tonight. That'd be pretty awesome. It looks like we're got 12. Looks like we're getting ready to go. Not sure if our stream is down. For me, it is actually frozen right now. So I'm gonna refresh it real fast to make sure that I'm not dumb. I think it's okay, right, Kurt? Okay, I think it's just my stupid internet. Sorry, boys. Okay, so, yeah. Most people are saying 5-0. Oh, wow, a lot of 5-0s in chat. I don't think it's going to be a 5-0. I think it'll be closer this time. I want to watch Badonsky versus Platinum at mid. Not maybe necessarily so much for this individual game. Badonsky is a really, really good demo. He had a good LAN. I know that Exertus they went out in 4th place, but he played really well, had some ridiculous damage numbers. Yeah, he carried them to 4th place, but he seriously did carry. He was fantastic. I noticed that he was really getting the better of Platinum in the beginning demo exchanges. Most mids in our game start with demos sort of poking each other and trying to get a lockdown in a certain area, or maybe damage a couple of the scouts trying to get in. It's really important those first 3 or 4 seconds. But Donsky looked like he was getting the better, at least in the demo versus demo damage point. Like he was hurting Plat, making him fall back. Didn't matter, obviously. Mixup just rolled in and won. But I'm curious to see what's going on in that fight, and sort of keeping an eye on that. I don't know.
I'd like to see, but honestly, yeah, sure, he was getting those demo exchanges. I'm not sure if he was just like constantly trying to bully Platinum out, but Platinum was just playing away where it's just like, you know what, you can focus me, but it doesn't really matter. I've already done a couple of stickies on your team, so whatever. That's where the real fight counts, not in the, you know, the 1 versus 1. It's like the 1 versus 4, the demo man fight. So he was really overall doing more damage.
So I don't have word if we're live or not. Let me just remind you guys real fast here, and let me give a shout out to Truck, who is going on day 2. I talked to him before we went live, and he was like, yeah, I didn't know this was going to be so much TF2. It was a lot of TF2 yesterday. I thought it was going to be individual maps, and then like a best of 3 maybe to cap it off, but it was all like best of 3s, and they went to the 3rd game and stuff. It's actually, I heard some pretty close matchups. Street Hoops showed up pretty well versus Exertus. Actually, we're very close to beating Exertus in that series like they did on LAN, but Exertus did get the better of them in the end. And Kurt, Truck, our lovely streamer, the man with the Twitch partnership, he stuck it out and is back again. So he's a glutton for punishment. He's a glutton for high-level North American TF2, as we all are, Yuki. We're going live here. So yeah, Mixup is going to be blue. Exertus is going to be red. Can Exertus come back? We'll see. Gonna watch that initial demo fight, like I said. The Donski's going main. Platinum, I think, went Saw Room, which is towards his right side, and both demos are going to say hello, wave at each other, and not getting damage. Seagull's going to touch the sky with 2 rockets, trying to take eyes off. He's damaging the enemy medic, but not getting anything done there because he doesn't have any rockets. Fighting taking place on blue side, trading frags. It's a 3-on-4 situation after that. A lot of aggression, but no! Exertus just crumbles after a few shots. Another close one. Harb actually did stay pretty much full life, but a lot of hurt members from Mixup, and actually Fragile does stay alive. He is backing up. Enigma's poking in. He's going to tell his team where the red medic is. The red medic is sitting out by the cheese area in that back right area of their house. But Fragile's back. He's going to have Uber, so we're going to see a fight over, if not 2, then Exertus' last year.
Yeah, I'm surprised Exertus just took so much damage just before that, because they could have actually contested that point. Unfortunately for them, just overall solid rollout for Mixup. It started well for Exertus, getting an early pick on Platinum, but once again, he'd already done his damage, so it's just like, well, that's kind of a redundant kill. And Enigma does get picked, so we might see some heavy, but here we go. Actually, Exertus pushing out. Rando on 40 health. Uber is popped, so this Uber is going to have to be focused exclusively on him because he's so low on health. Does actually escape through that lower area, but no picks happening on either side yet. Rando actually takes the first floor. Squid getting taken down in return. Alpha actually getting taken down as well, so that's a one-man advantage in favor of Mixup, and they do have those better spawns right now, but obviously that spawn being very far away. Exertus just going to this last point, see what they can do. The soldier jumping, that is Seagull flying high in the sky, does get slammed by melee into the ground. Tyler going aggressive as well, does get killed, but there's cap time going on. Mixup always getting that cap, but Harblue does get taken down as well. Badonsky taken down in return, but not really many players from Mixup in here right now, and that's a successful last defense for Exertus, but they obviously need to be careful of the back cap that is looming. Squid sitting up in this top right area.
Oh,
God. He's going to actually get this. No, Melee is wise to his ways, and the Scout is wise to his ways as well. So Alpha and Melee taking down with a quick 1-2.
Let's take a look at Platinum real fast. He's going to do the Roamer strat. Drop down behind Fragile. Fragile's aware. He's getting clipped, and Platinum's got him. Oh, thank the Lord for those buff stickies, says Platinum. It's a big pick by him, putting on the Roamer shoes. He's a former soldier, obviously, but Mixup's not out of this yet. They're going to have to fight their way. Rando and Decimate are getting very aggressive here and doing a lot of damage. Tyler's back. Tyler just dodges away from a rocket that would have killed him. Here comes Seagull from lower, but he does nothing with his bomb. So many low Exertus members, but Seagull just didn't shoot the right one. So here comes the second push. Enigma are in. They got some buff love, and look at Squid's got both Demo and Decimate and Scout as well, and they're going to have to go back to last. Will Exertus. Now, Harb's just spawning now, so Fragile's carving out a bit of an advantage. A nice scrappy cap by the Mixup Scouts, getting that in between the fight here. Mela goes down, which is big, and last is open versus Mixup. You know what Enigma's thinking, Yuki. He's going to go to last, and they need to be ready for it.
Yeah, I think he thought about it, but he saw a medic instead and tried to get him, but unfortunately did get taken down. But there is that one-man advantage for Mixup right now. Alpha did die pretty late, so there may be an opportunity for Mix to actually push in here. Maybe no. So they're going to build up that Uber, I suppose. Pretty much even Ubers right now, a slight advantage, about 10% in Harley. But here we go. Looks like Mixup actually pushing into this left side. Maybe going to get some suicides. If Soldier does come in, try and takes Harley, does make him crater. It's a good play by Melee, actually getting a kill in. But Badonsky does get picked by Seagull. Not expecting that aggressive Soldier play while that medic drop came out. But meanwhile, we got that heavy of Decimate just spinning up there, his festive heavy minigun, trying to get some work on there. Alpha getting killed on Enigma and Platinum returning, and Tyler getting killed on Rando as well. So almost everyone but the heavy and medic down for Exertus right now. So Mixup though, they aren't going to push in here. They do have no heals, so it'd be unwise of them to just push in with those without any heals or any players up at all. And they're going to just try and defend the second point with that large Uber disadvantage.
Yeah. Mela's getting forward, trying to do a little roamer play of his own. He's just casing the area. They're setting up for their repush. I think they're going to have to go here. They have a big advantage. Harb, though, is gaining that advantage back every second as he's building way back at their second point, Exertus' second point, and no, Frag is going to stay. So basically a full Uber advantage. All those scrappy frags, and Mixup is just all over the second point. And then we do have a spy on the field. Enigma was very successful spy at LAN, maybe carrying that advantage in. He's not gone in yet, though. He's just waiting, and he is disguised right now as a friendly, or I guess it would be an enemy scout for the red team, so he's waiting, get eyes on him, and then He's invisible when in whatever the hell the TF2 term is, and he's actually going to not get in. He's going to wait to build that cloak back up. That's what it's called. So we'll see how that Enigma spy play works.
Yeah, here we go. The game's just slowing. Yeah, the game's just slowing down a little bit now, as quite the contrary to Badlands. With that, Snakewater last is just so infamous. Surprisingly, Exertus didn't try and push off, but I guess they're just a little bit tentative right now. Obviously, with the nature of that last being so hard to push off. But here we go. It looks like it does get spotted by Mela. So we're gonna see a little trip to the respawn for him, and just another 20 or 30 seconds added onto this stay-away timer at least while we wait for him to respawn. Maybe he'll come back as heavy or something silly. Here we go. Enigma Sniper.
Nice.
You don't see this very often. Usually you see Squid run back into a... There we go. Exertus actually already pushing. Here we go. Uber is used once again on Rando. Ubers are both traded now. Harbu was the low player. Meanwhile, Melee getting forced back on 50 health. Rando trying to go forward, see what he can do. Catch Platinum. Gets him on 20 health. Doesn't get the kill. Just getting taken down as well. So it's a two-man advantage for Mixup. They do have that sniper though, so they're going to have that one less DM class, I guess you could say. And that sentry gun is still up as well. So this may stunt the chances that Mixup actually do want to push in. Platinum actually jumps in, I believe. Is he going to get into 60 health? That's the crossbow by the Fragile. Well played by Fragile. They're getting that sneaky little crossbow picker there. Squid gets taken out as well. Didn't really get the memo that the team was kind of out. And right now, Exertus actually have a two-man advantage, especially Demo and Scout. So that's definitely going to be something they'll push off, see there.
Yeah, if you're taking notes on how to play at the high level, don't sticky jump into the level 3 sentry gun. Not a great thing. It's a Fragile will arrow you. So that's a nice kill. A little good demo pick by the Fragile. Look at this. Exertus has got their second point back. Tyler, though, does not want to give it all the way up. Now he does, because he's going to back up. But here comes Mela doing the roamer thing on the backside. Got a lot of damage onto Harbaloo. Tickled him and forced him back. And I don't think Exertus is going to push down one. Uber's even. They both have it. And look at Seagull is in. Oh my god! Seagull has taken flight, went out a window, caught Fragile, and there has been a dropped Uber on Snakewater, second point, and that just could be this first round. Exertus says not quite. Alpha's trying to fight the world, but the world is going to win that fight. But we still have a Rando up. He's going to bomb in, try to get something to happen, but they know Platinum is throwing stickies. We're looking towards last. They're already in, is Tyler. He's battling Mela, drops him. Fragile can't get out. Harb's going to try to live the dream. Harb's going to try to live the dream. No, he can't actually get killed. Finally, Decimate drops him with a pistol. Battling going on all over this last point. Fragile, can he do it again? Fragile does actually get the arrow. Here comes Alpha now versus Squid. Enigma's going to come in now. Alpha very low on health. No spawns. Oh, there they all actually come. Both soldiers are going to come in. Alpha says, phew! Wipes the sweat off his brow in a ridiculous, chaotic last fight, and Exertus somehow holds.
Yeah, I think Mixup were just a little bit too keen there to get the round win. They probably should have tried to slow down a bit, but yeah, clutch defense by Exertus, just getting those, trading those picks just slightly more with an advantage. But right now we're going to see, like, I guess the calm after the storm, if you want to mess up a phrase, I guess you could say. As right now both teams just casually building Uber, Harbour with a slight advantage, 15%. No critical shenanigans though, so opting for that standard Uber. And here we go, we got the engineer and the sniper up in the form of utilities for Exertus. Decimate poking up the top right side. Podolski actually getting a pick on Tyler, which is actually a huge pick. That's going to stun any chance of Mixup trying to push with a sneaky little 10% advantage right now. But meanwhile, Platinum destroying Mela and the Decimate returning with a headshot on Squid. So it's still a potential push for Exertus right now. Off this last one, they're going to poke a bit. Here we go. Harbour actually poking through the lower main. Giving a little buff to Seagull, trying to jump towards the point. There he is. He's on that cap right now.
Oh my god!
No one's actually wised up. Alpha was just trying to pistol Harblue, who was in main. Meanwhile, there was a 2x cap on the point. So,
oh my goodness, Yuki, that was absolutely brutal for Exertus. Seagull rolled in, jumped. The mini sentry propelled him, not the mini, the level 1 sentry of the engineer, the red engineer, propelled Seagull onto the point where he had his pain train, which gives him a ×2 cap, and he just sat there, and I could actually see the question mark go up over his head. And that's going to be the first round after all that to lose just not even a back cap, just a cap. When both teams had Uber. Okay, so we're at mid-fight number 2. A little better from Exertus here. Can they turn it on, win a round? Mela's going to come out of the opponent's kitchen right now. Do have a Squid on the backside. This fight, mid-fight, is taking place at 3 different levels. Rando's caught on an island. Mela's going to try to bail him out with a big bomb. Squid, though, is going to barrel out of kitchen and drop Decimate. That's going to cue the retreat. No, Rando does not want to retreat. He has Mela still in support up on top. Tyler does not want to bomb Mela to try to take him down. Mela, though, wow, he's going to force the pop. Now Fragile has his Uber, but no team. He's going to collect Badonsky here. I don't know if they want to push this. Oh, he's going to have to pop, though. Enigma got in through middle, and he's going to force the red Uber. Very big play from Enigma. Exertus had a big advantage coming in, but actually, they're still going to go, Yuki. Rando's got his Uber, the tail end of it, and then they're going to try to clear in. Badonsky's done some good damage from afar, but here comes Seagull on the backside. Doesn't actually get anything. Ooh, does actually get Rando to crater. Pretty chaotic mid-fight, and actually ends up in Exertus' hands, though Harb has an advantage, and we'll see. They're going to get some forwards, and no, they didn't get any forwards, so I go. Exertus might just push here, I don't know.
They just are pushing right now. They've actually got the demo medic just pushing to the story right now with the help of Decimate the Scout, and finally looking out with Mela as well, so getting some really good positioning, just absolutely bullying Mixup out, getting 2 picks on the Scouts. They can actually leave one player and just push to this last point. Those are some really long spawn times. Tyler gets taken down as well. So this is definitely Exertus' opportunity to push in here. I mean, they are waiting for Rando a bit, but they definitely need to be trying to take advantage of this. Here we go, going into this left side, and there's some stickies on the team right now. Harbu is forced to pop. So there is the Fragile actually just get dropped by Seagull from behind. So Exertus obviously trying to take that player advantage push, but unfortunately not keeping everything in check and losing 3 players now. Platinum is the only casualty for Mixup, and they're still building that slight Uber advantage they have. So unfortunate for Exertus, just I guess beefing that last push, just being a bit too overeager and not really keeping track of everything. But Badonsky drops Seagull, so that's something there. But he does get away by about 40 health, and meanwhile we've got a sniper switch up for Exertus with that Uber disadvantage. They're going to be trying to defend this midpoint.
Not a bad switch. Sniper here has got a long sight line, basically locking down the mirrored side for Alpha as he's actually in his forward spawn, so even a better play from him because he can instantly switch to scouting. He will have to go back to the second point where the second forward spawn is, so I guess the first forward spawn if you have this, if the opponent has that second point. I made that really confusing, but you'll see when he teleports back. But he's actually going to stay there because he anticipates Harb and company are going to push in, which they will. Mail is getting aggressive. He's definitely upped the tempo of his game. He wants to be forward. That push did come in from Mixup. They got the area, no frag, so little callback to the ESEA land that we just pushes without frags, and there comes Mayo on the backside! Oh, what timing for the Exertus! They wreck them on the point! Enigma and Platinum remain, but they're gonna get dropped. Platinum at 0.0 health. Wow. A pipe of dreams there onto Decimate at the end. There goes mid right back for them. Wouldn't mind terribly Badonsky pushing forward, but no, they want to make sure that Mixup doesn't get forward spawns of their own, and they won't. So actually a really good play by them. And a big turnaround. Fragile has Uber, and he's got heavy classes Yuki, so what a fight by them.
Yeah, it was great. They just didn't even need to Uber there. Like, just solid play from Exertus. Just the Scouts just did some huge cleaning up work with the damage on Rando and Badonsky. But looks like Mixup don't want to give this up without a fight. Here we go. There's actually a force coming out. Seagull coming in from behind once again, just completely catching the other team off guard. Badonsky trying to get forward, does take down Tyler, so that's a 2-man advantage right now. They could try and push into this last one, but we know what happened last time when they tried to push to the man advantage. Seagull got them, but this time he's not actually up yet, so Exertus coming through this top left area. Melee jumping towards the point, forcing Platinum back a bit, but Badonsky does get taken down by Enigma on the side. Platinum dies as well, so a lot of bodies dying for Exertus right now, trying to get on that point. The favor is in Mixup, but never mind. Oh my god, Exertus just so close coming around with that round in there. The cap was about 70%, but Squid trying to chase his medic eats a couple of crossbows. But Fragile is able to get out just towards the Sawyer.
Oh my
gets
god.
An Uber still as well, meets up with Badonsky. Oh, good communication by the medic and the demo man there, just meeting up at the right time, and now Fragile has an overwhelming Uber advantage right now, so you're going to see some sneaky stickies from Platinum set up on this right side, and some utilities coming out from Mixup to just try and defend the onslaught that is the Exertus massive Uber advantage.
It warms the annals of my old heart to see a fellow legend of this game. Actually, I just call myself a legend, but a guy I used to play with back when I played when I was bad in the day. Fragile's just so good at medic. Oh my lord. He's going to buy his team a huge advantage. They're in with Uber. Sentry gun is down. Not a lot of fragging going on. They're going to stack the point, though, mix-up style. Like that push quite a bit from Exertus. And don't look now, boys, but we're tied up here in Snakewater. Exertus threatening to make this a game.
It's just clinical Uber advantage push. They force Mixup just into their spawn. Badonsky started sticking the point. They sent some players onto the point, and they just capped it. So all around, just clinical play coming out from Exertus, and we've got a game on our hands. Just an even game right now, and with 15 minutes left in this half, there's still plenty of time for either team to get a round or two, but hard to say what happens right now. Is Decimate leading forward a bit on this midpoint, just trying to get some chip damage on the scout and demo man. You know, Tyler jumping in, but here we go. I think that soldier flew behind. I believe it was Mailer or Soldier or something. Radar meanwhile getting taken down. Mixup going to take that advantage and just push forward. getting extremely aggressive on Exertus. Fragile getting taken down, 4 players down for Exertus, including a medic and scout. Verdonsky, one of the people to get out, does jump in, trying to get Harb. 150 health still, Harb with 80 health, does get a nice 90 damage sticky. See, if that was a couple of weeks ago, Badonsky would have done like 30 damage to Harblue and he would have just laughed.
Yeah, he would have Congo taunted during the attempt to kill him. Big play by Badonsky there. Fragile's going to start building an Uber because Harblue was so late in dying. Now we're going to get forward spawns for Mixup. They're going to be back in this fight here, but we'll see as much of an advantage the Fragile can rack up. He's still sitting on regular Uber. We're going to see if Harb, no, he's going to stay with regular Uber himself. Have not seen the crit switch yet. Harb threatened it for a moment last map, but didn't end up pulling the trigger. Fragile, though, about a 30% advantage. They're lower, which is a very hard point to push. Obviously, as you can see, Platinum is stickies right there, Rockets coming in. They're definitely going to rotate out towards what we call the saw room on the right side there. Or yeah, it's called the saw room, because there's a saw in there. Easy. But no, actually they're going to wait. They're going to try to push through kitchen. We'll see if they're spotted. Mixup do know they're going to back up here. Fragile, good timing. He's going to get it, but oh, look at the backside. Seagull's got 2. They couldn't watch the flank, and Seagull just murdered their demo scout, and that push could not have gone worse. Fragile does have to pop on the retreat, too. Just a disastrous turn of events. This Uber is going to get absolutely nothing done. Harb doesn't even have his, so they can't even try to force him. And they're going to have to back up here. And I think have to be careful. Tyler doesn't want them to back up. Tyler's going to try to end this round here. With help of Platinum, they're going to drop the Fragile. Rando and Mela going in. They are going to force Harblue. That's going to help a little bit, but I don't even know. They're going to have to get up. Decimate and Alpha are alive at last. They're both playing Scout. But this could just be over right now.
Seagull isn't there just yet. Mixup obviously do have 4 players up, but Exertus are spawning very soon. So if they do get up at the right moment, here we go. Platinum jumping towards the top left there. Sticking that shutter door on the left side. But those Exertus players are up in full force. Soldier on the point though, I believe that was Seagull capping. Jumps in, does get picked off unfortunately. A lot of Exertus players really low right now. Mixup still fighting a 4v6 right now. Melee jumping forward, trying to get some exit damage on Mixup. Squid and Tyler both get taken down. So actually really successful last point defense by Exertus. Just those clutch respawns, unfortunately. Platinum didn't know, well, he did know that there's another shot at all, but only able to sticky one, unfortunately. It's pretty hard to sticky both, and right now, Exertus are going to successfully cap up that second point, but meanwhile, Harblue has a 50% Uber advantage, so expect to see Tyler leading the way very momentarily through this yard area. Having a little bit of poke. All the Exertus players pretty bunched up right now. Tyler actually does get Uber using him because he knows that they don't have Uber just yet. Jumping forward, trying to just assert his dominance, flex his muscles. Doesn't get any kills though, forces the other team back, is going to get the cap, but right now, Exertus have that 80-odd% Uber right now. They're going to be pushing in momentarily with that advantage, maybe, Seabet.
Yeah, they might. They had a similar advantage earlier on and didn't push it, but they've definitely gotten more aggressive as this game goes on. Maybe getting some of that confidence back that they could indeed win this map, which they certainly can. Alpha's in a little bit further, trying to clear out area, get eyes on where stuff is. He knows lower is completely empty of any back capping, which is obviously your primary concern going up against these 2 scouts. They love the back cap. Ooh. You can blame them because they're really good at it. Bush is going to come in here. Seagull is trying to get behind. He's actually in the opponent's cheese area. He's smells the fromage. And there he goes, bombing in. Gonna try to drop Fragile. He's jumping himself. Someone please kill Seagull. Does, finally. But no! Seagull did get the Fragile at the end of that. I was thinking easy game, easy life when you are a god at this game. Badonsky's gonna try like mad to defend the second point, try to get onto Harblue. Scouts are gonna go in. Mela does force the pop, so similar to what we saw earlier in this round, the very clutch force at the end. But now it is only Badonsky at last. Does get some spawn assistance here. Will Mixup shove in? No, they're gonna wait. I like that play a lot more out of them. Definitely don't want to push in without your full squad. Snakewater is a pretty hard last to cap if you're not at advantage.
Yeah, Platinum thinking right there he could do is, thought he had a Caver there and just tried to have a melee battle with Badonsky even though he had the health disadvantage, but oh well. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Didn't really matter that he died, so it looks like we do have even Ubers for both sides. They're just going to pull out a couple of utilities, a heavy and engineer on both their scouts, so those scouts up on this last point right now, and I know we'll probably see, I think we'll see what I tend to say a lot of the time, just the standard mix-up play on last where they just suicide a couple of players, bait the repush, crush the team with their respawns, and then just play the post Uber afterwards. But no, we could see something different. Maybe they'll send in the Squid, get him to suicide, and just run some sniper. I guess we'll just wait and see.
Yeah, it might suddenly turn to a more classic matchup. We've seen Mixup just playing very aggressively. I think they're very confident that they could win. They're up 2 maps to 1, or none. Sorry, 2 maps to none in this best of 5. So maybe a long road, obviously, for the comeback. And here they go. They're going to double bomb in Platinum got in pretty deep. Seagull as well. Seagull ends up killing Decimate, who was playing heavy, so got the heavy. And oh, look at that. Mela, though, we haven't seen that play work so much, but Mela did the roamer play after a big sacrifice. He immediately got on his horse and jumped out and tried to find the Fragile. Did find him and actually forced him, so a big play from Mela, playing actually very well, it has to be said, in the Snakewater game, and that's going to cue the push from Exertus. Rando wants a Rando Uber. There it is. He's going to get it, but I don't know what's going to be there. And actually on the backside, Seagull is going to jump towards last, and he's going to have Alpha. Oh, no, I thought he got an air shot, but no, he's going to get propelled off. Actually does get air shot by Mela on the backside. Maybe a little wall shot, but that's still an impressive-looking shot nonetheless. On the second point, we're still fighting. Harb's at 70%. Now, Fragile cycled his Uber. He is at only 10%, so if Harb waits just a little bit longer, he's going to have Uber. His team is pretty hurt, though. And on the backside, Decimate's going in, and actually both medics in trouble. Decimate dropped his, Squid dropped his. So, wow, big scout plays left and right, both combos getting decimated. Oh, yeah, whatever. I didn't mean it like that. But, you know, some big scout plays. This game is actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just definitely action back and forth happening right now. Just a tug-of-war battle right now. Like, almost every point in the map just exchanging hands at some point in time. With 8 minutes 50 left in this current half, it is still no third round win on that board for either team right now, so... But Mixup contesting this midpoint, just, like, they do have those heals, they know that Exertus don't have those heals yet, so they are poking, seeing what they can get done. But this soldier is up there, that is Mela, getting some good damage on Tyler, he's on about 50 health right now, has to back out, and Mixup just really low right now, they're in a bit of a wonky position, they need to set up so they can defend the second point, they are collapsing towards that. Exertus probably not going to push in just yet, they are pretty healthy, so they might just be poking a bit, but I don't know if they'll just push and they're just going to right now just revert to a little bit of a stalemate, slow the game down a bit and just wait for their Uber.
Looking at the scoreboard, Rando and Badonsky both sitting with 2 dominations, so the play has been in Exertus' hands for the last 5 or so minutes. You really don't rack up a lot of dominations in an even game. So momentum in the hands of Red at this point. We'll see if that matters. Harb has his Uber, Fragile at Uber needs to build it. He's sitting at 92 for like 5 seconds. Please, Fragile. They are poking towards the blue saw room, kind of a weird place. It's like where the Smurfs make their log type deals, and they're gonna trade some spam and little smooches back and forth and back off. Seagull probing underneath. He knows that there's a lot of men in that saw room, and he's taking control of that health pack area, and he's gonna find Decimate. He's gonna find, no, just misses that last rocket out of Decimate. Would have been a nice pick for him, but they're gonna recycle out here, and now Alpha is back in his spawn. He has gone sniper, Yuki.
Yeah, you've seen that little sniper switch up from him that we know he likes doing a lot, but I guess Exertus are fine because the game is just slowed down to a crawl snail pace right now, so fine to just swap up that class and see what they can get done here. They're not going to try and just suicide a bunch of players because it's just such a risky point and so hard to contest that midpoint. But right now he's poking through that Soria, see if he can find a dome. Does miss Platinum, unfortunately, so he's going to rotate through the window, see what he can get done. Platinum, though, is wise to the ways, and actually not so wise to the ways. Eats a headshot, eats a taunt as well. Badonsky taking down Seagull as well. Here we go, Ubers are traded right now. Just, oh my god, Alpha with another headshot, so this is going to be a disastrous fight for Mixup right now. Losing 4 players, Tyler and Harblue, the only ones to escape, but Exertus are going to be pushing in here. Those Mix-Up players do have quite a while to wait in that respawn queue. Tyler does actually kill Rando. He might trade. He's on 40 health. Does get taken down by a nice sticker by Badonsky. And players like Exertus are piling in right now. Players on the cap, and that is 2-1. And Mix-Up are going to be frustrated that happened. And Platinum just, once again, just a bit too over-ego, just trying to get that pipe spam. And instead he just get donked in the head.
He taunts and spams player digested bind into chat. Now, if this was like Clockwork, you know, I would say something like, well, you don't want to poke the bear, like you don't want to make him mad. I'm not sure. Platinum seems like in that same vein. Like, I don't think that you're obviously not gonna rattle him, but you don't want to piss him off, because if Platinum starts getting going in this series, it's over, baby. We'll see. Brave Alpha likes to feed the animals at the zoo, whatever. All right, so we're gonna get in deep in this 4th mid fight. Hardblue is just jumping and dodging and surfing his way, actually to safety. But on the meantime, look at Blue's Scout. No, doesn't actually drop the Fragile. Both medics escape. Well, Hardblue ended up dying, but both medics very low, dodging. Fragile shows off that old school ninja dodge, and he's gonna be fine. So look at Exertus all of a sudden. Spamming binds, cat faces in chat. They're looking actually really good. Winning this series, or this map right now, 2-1, and they're marching to try to end this first half 3-1.
Yeah, just Melo with the wraparound play was actually his team was actually able to hold out while he got behind, and then he did some big mop up. But right now we got Seagull sitting in this top right area. Was seeing if he could be really sneaky. Just had a little bit of a buff, but you got some utilities up in the form of Enigma the Engineer building his gun now. So there's a grace period where Exertus could actually push in before that sentry gun is fully up, but looks like it is going to at least get to level 1, but looks like they're poking through the shuttle. Uber is led through on Badonsky. Like this decision here, Rando following suit, taking down that gun, huge pick, oh my god. Platinum going to get jumped on, does get taken down by Rando. Tyler taken down Decimate, Badonsky returning a Tyler kill, but they're going to get on that cap, and it's going to be 3-1, so huge momentum shift right now for Exertus, and they're feeling really confident, especially with all these bind spams that are happening earlier, so Mixup, not necessarily the team to get rattled by binds per se, but I have heard that on chance they do tend to tilt at times. Obviously, a lot of teams are going to do that. Like, not every team is just stoic as ever, no emotion whatsoever. But yeah, right now they're definitely going to be a bit rattled, a bit surprised that they're, I guess, like, not playing as well as they were in Badlands.
Yeah. Alpha starting to hit some headshots there, and certainly the way Decimate played that third round, got behind with a huge flank. I think he got 3 on a flank, basically charged into the entire team. You got to think Exertus has a great chance here, but Mixup, they're they're usually the ones that rattle the cage in these games. We've seen them, not this last LAN, but the LAN before, really got under the skin of LG, I believe it was, whatever their incarnation Banny's team at the time that were, way the #1 seed, and they spam binds and scream stuff at LAN and kind of got under their skin. It's a terrible amount of bind spamming, but we'll see how Mixup reacts to it. Like I said, the poke the bear stuff, I think Mixup might just feed off of it and kind of maybe get a little bit more invested and just try to end it here. But it's good to see Exertus really coming back strong first half from them, and we'll see if they can lock out the rest of the second half here. Remember, we played a 5 in North America here, no golden cap, no ties here.
No, like 11-5 business or 11-6 or bloody euros. That crap. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know, like, I guess Mixup are just gonna have some time to chill, think about the game. I think either team has ready up to here. Maybe Exertus, they want to keep the ball rolling, but Mixup are gonna be like, no, we're gonna stunt you in your path and just sit here for a few minutes and just think about what we did wrong, try and collect their thoughts, see if they can come back in this game. Like, they are down 3-1. It's not a massive order, it's not a 3-0, but it's pretty hard, especially when Exertus are just playing a solid game right now, and Mixup aren't playing the best as they can. So yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? What could they do to come back in this game?
I think that they
kill the other team.
They had to kill the other, hit your shots. Mixup is electing. We saw them play a very, I don't want to say very reserved versus Froyo Tech at LAN, but they certainly were. Mixup, when they see just a crack of light, they push through and then just try to cream the enemy team in that moment. And that stuff works because they're so good against, teams a couple levels below Froyo Tech. But Exertus is a very good team, and just trying to push at every advantage may not work out for them here. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying don't be as aggressive, because this game has been just awesome to watch from a commentating standpoint. Like, it's just constant action. I don't want to see a lot of stalemating and, sort of set plays and decision-making. I just want to see guys go in and fight. Like, that's what we really want to see. And they probably could just win doing that anyway because they're so good, but maybe too much of that scrambling and relying so much on their ability to just sort of get in and move around as a team in a fight. Because Exertus is very good. They have really good DM, and now that it looks like the scouts are warmed up, Decimate and Alpha are warmed up and are hitting some shots, then it's not going to be easy for Mixup. They can't just go in and instantly win. Exertus will beat them in these fights too.
Yeah, we're seeing the first rollout coming out. Badonsky opting for the low route. Meanwhile, Platinum just sitting in that Soria, trying to get that initial sticky, see if he can get the dead. Doesn't get it. Badonsky having that early positioning on the point as a result. Just back off a little bit, waits for his team, waits for that Medigun love, finally gets it. Seems like a bit of just press play right now. Seagull, though, actually getting taken down there, but Alpha getting destroyed as well. Fragile getting landed on by Tyler. There we go, the aggressive pocket soldier that we all know and love by Tyler. But once again taken down as well, so that is 4 players down for Exertus. Only Melee and Decimate up right now. I wonder where Melee is helping Decimate get that kill.
Melee!
Actually, the 1v1 right now, him and Platinum. Platinum going to hit the airshot. No, he's not. Is Melee going to take him in? Platinum surfs to the top ground. He's actually using the cannonballs. That was a surprise to switch up. Maybe that's the difference between that midpoint and he does successfully force Melee back. But I think the spawns are slightly in favor of Exertus because some of their players did die earlier, so they're going to be trying to barrel in here, see if they can catch Platinum, who was on 30 hit points. But they don't catch him out in the end. Seagull on the cap right now, just trying to see if it can just be a pest. But Tyler jumping forward. Aggressive play does get forced back on 90 health right now. Big cap time for Mixup right now. Melee is still down, so this is a 6v5 in favor of Mixup right now. There's a bit of a spam battle right now, Seabear, for Exertus. Going to see if they can win this fight.
What a ridiculous mid-fight. Let's just shuffle the deck and go again. Here comes Seagull with this big aggressive play again, but Badonsky has caught him, but Seagull did carve up enough space. There goes the cap, and now things change dramatically. Harb has Uber Fragile right there with him, but forward spawns for Mixup. They cannot keep recycling dudes in this fight, because Exertus eventually will just lose. And Tyler's going to come in right now, try to force. Fragile wants to back up, but Rando doesn't want to join him. Uber for Harbaloo, and that's going to cue Fragile to return his as well. And we're going to have a fight off here, Rando versus team, and Rando loves this position. He's just going to get Tyler. He's going to back off as the cannonball pokes him in his Ubered behind, and they're going to have to clear out and set up for a fight. So, what a ridiculous mid-fight. That went on for like 3 minutes. Rando goes down, though. Platinum did catch him. Mela's on the backside. He's going to try the roamer thing, but oh no, gets stuffed by the scout doing the scout thing, just eating jumping soldiers alive. On the backside, we have a back cap, or a play, I'm guessing, from Seagull, who's actually still alive, and all of a sudden, Exertus is in trouble in this round. Yeah, their medic is dead, so I believe I missed that. Sorry, boys. Harb's gonna have Uber here, Yuki, so Mixup, again, doing that scramble thing, but this time it's really worked out for him.
Yeah, definitely. It was just Mela trying to get in. He gets some of the medic. Doesn't actually get it. Just seemed that Exertus tried to push through that lower main grass area to that slope in mid, and just having that height disadvantage, unfortunately. But here we go, Mixup coming in with that Uber advantage. The players are still down for Exertus, and Mixup just piling over the players, just trying to get some frags. Do take down a Fragile, but they still get some really good positioning right now. Alpha does get taken down as well. Mixup not trying to play landings onto the point, just playing it slowly, just making sure they get these picks. Don't get magically 6 killed by Badonsky, but none for that. They do take him down, and the rest of the team, and that is 3-2. Still in favor of Exertus, but Mixup showing a little bit more of a better game now on this on this Snakewater map, rather.
That was really good, yeah. Squid ended that that round on a 5-kill spree, which is a lot looking at the the Exertus team. Only the Fragile is more than 5 points. So big plays from the Tentacled one. We're gonna cycle it up here. Another big mid fight. Can Exertus keep their lead, or Mixup come all the way back here? Now Mixup smells blood. They win this map. They are going to England. Jolly ol' England. And they want to go badly. Seagull, though, is going to get taken down. Start this fight off. Harbaloo says hello to the birthday boy. Alpha's got him. And now we're going to light up the fight. Looks like Exertus is going to be okay. Fragile's by himself, but the rest of his team sort of pushing forward. He needs to catch up with Alpha and heal him. He's fighting a 1v1. Finally will. Oh, Squid is a monster. Squid, are you kidding? That's 9 in a row. Oh my god, I don't care if you have a medic, Alpha. I don't care if it's your birthday. What a play by Squid. Oh my lord.
What kind of birthday present is that? That's just poor form. That Squid just coming out ahead there just by a mile. Just poor communication between Exertus and Alpha, between the Fragile and Alpha right now. Just a bit of, I don't know, a bit shaken up that they lost that round, and I don't know, that's going to maybe put them a little bit on tilt, just that little lack of communication there, but hopefully not too much, because we want to see this go the full way. As here we go, Soldier in on the Harbaloo. Melee gets a nice first rock on him, but doesn't seal the deal. Plus, Seagull is behind on 20 health right now, so they may get this kill. Decimate does. Mixup is still going to try and push in here, because they know that Seagull was behind, distracting them. Squid getting a kill on Alpha. Randall returning with a kill on Squid, so there's that killing spree you're talking about getting reversed, and right now Badonsky doesn't get taken down, so perfect time for Mixup to just try and get in here and just get some positioning. They don't even need to Uber early, but no, never mind. Uber early, just trying to get some early frag. Fragile going to get taken down. It's back to the respawn with him, and there only are 3 players up for Exertus. 4 players now. Now only 3 players again. Badonsky's still down for days. Decimate does get a nice kill on Platinum, and Tyler doesn't get taken down as well, so these Exertus players are still just holding their own right now against the onslaught, just trying to stop the unstoppable force if there is a way. Badonsky with a nice fight, doesn't get a hold of it, but no. Oh my god, are you kidding me, Badonsky? The triple pipe kill. He participated in
the win.
4 of those 6 kills, just Badonsky just putting the team on his back, saying, you know what, I'll carry you again like I did at LAN, just destroying them and leading the way on score right now for his team.
He's so good, but come on, Squid. He just like hopped on that roller at the end. I thought it was like, oh, there you go, tie
He just
game.
laid an egg on it.
Badonsky was long dead. The pipe from beyond the grave. My lord, but this is not over yet. Seagull's coming in, and Seagull has got Gibbs all over the bottom half of his body. He has just destroyed Rando and Fragile. Mela is trying to counter his soldier play, but he's probably just going to watch Mixup win. As they are in, Mela's still back. Will he try to backhand or try to get in from behind? We'll see. Will it even matter? Badonsky, can he magically kill the entire team yet again? Here comes Mela. Here comes Mela. Not going to matter. And it ended up not really mattering. But that actually was one of the craziest little, like, 11 dead plays at last with the roller kill. That was nutty. But we're tied up now. Mixup coming back.
Yeah, Squid just saying, you know what, I'm going to take revenge for that egg I laid on your pipe and just run at you. And that did kill Badonsky, so no 4-kill shenanigans with massive disadvantage on that last point. We're going to see this next rollout. Badonsky trying to get that early sticky towards the sword, doesn't get much luck. And just a bit of a little spam battle as we wait for the rest of the players of both teams to come in. But here we go, Seagull doing a double jump, actually beefing a little bit, just kind of taking a lot of damage, not really doing much there, so he's going to be forced back a bit. Decimate, and meanwhile, a bit low on the health bar, but does get healed up. Alpha meanwhile getting the kill, and 3 players down for Mixup right now. Aggression queued for Exertus. Once Seagull isn't really able to accomplish much in that mid, and that is a successful rollout win for Exertus, so they're going to be trying to push forward with this advantage and try and secure the second point. And just force stalemate, but Tyler taking down Melee, who is extremely forward. Tyler should be able to get out on 50 health, meets up with this medic and Demo Man. So Mixup actually now in a really good position to defend the second point. They do have the Uber charge. They are going to be contesting. Here we go. The Uber is used. But Badonsky trying to meet up with his medic. Poor communication between the Exertus camp right now. Just Badonsky getting completely destroyed. But the Uber is used by Rando. He wanted that Uber. Does catch Hard Blue off.
Alpha
but right now there was a couple on the last point. Alpha in there. Oh my god. Squid hiding that up. Just well played by him there. And Mixup just solid play. Just Exertus though do have that medic advantage, so they could be poking in a bit here. As I say, Mela jumping towards the point, does trade with Tyler, but Exertus now just going to be building that slight Uber advantage. They have about 30%. Nothing really to scoff at, but not a massive, overwhelming advantage. And
How?
That was
Okay.
chaotic.
Boys. Okay. Boys.
And girls.
What in the boys and girls? What on earth was that? How did that not go? I was at my HUD. That was a completely red point. I thought it was over. I thought Alpha had it. Squid comes in and kills him. Nipple hairs. It was less than nipple hairs, boys and girls. My goodness. Will it matter is the question. Fragile has Zuber. Not quite ready to go. He's going to buff up everybody, but Seagull says hello on the backside. That's going to interrupt his push. Does a lot of damage to Badonsky. Again, will it matter? Heavy on the point. Goes down. Nigma playing his main. Not going to matter. 4-3. And I think you called a 5-4, didn't you? I don't know, but my lord, it seems like we're headed that way. This game has been crazy.
Yeah, we could head that way if Mixup turn this around and win 2 more rounds, but you never know. Exertus could come up and win. They are on map point, game point, set point, whatever you want to call it, tennis terms. Anyway, you're going to see this new rollout happening. Platinum very fast to that Soul rollout area. Meanwhile, Badonsky still favoring that lower rollout area. Both teams just trading sickies right now. Looks like Badonsky getting a slightly better exchange, but that doesn't really matter so much. Seagull playing from the kitchen, a little bit of passive spam right now. Rando lands on his head, forcing it back 50 health. I wonder if this is going to cue the aggression from Exertus. Wondering where Melee is just on that top point right now, just getting some spam down to Mixup. Mixup just terrible positioning right now. A bit too committed despite their positioning. Enigma does trade with Platinum as well as both of those players going down, but meanwhile, Mixup just coming in afterwards, despite the demo main being down, and actually Seagull getting forced back, and they actually come out with the rollout win there, so that was actually surprising that despite Mixup had absolutely no positioning, Exertus didn't even capitalize on it.
Yeah, Seagull again didn't get a kill, but hit Fragile down very low, and Fragile had to get out. Everyone sort of reacted, try to save the Fragile before he died, and then that big push from Mixup cleaned up everybody. So nice mid win by them, just showing that that timing that's made them such a great team, along with being really good, but timing so good. All right, so Mixup poked in lower, decided nah, let's go the other way, and they're gonna be in the boardroom, saw room, wood room. Seagull is in the window, looking to take flight here, and he's starting to get a lot of work done with his bombs, so we'll see if he's able to get in and force. He's gonna get spotted out, jumping on a pallet of wood, and he's gonna fall back. And we're gonna actually take a breath here, so this game, which has been played at Mach 10, we're gonna take a little breather, and we'll see sort of a stalemate out. Teams are gonna decide how they want to get in. So Mixup, they're down, so they're gonna have to go in eventually. We'll see. I'm sure Seagull kind of poke around until he finds a soft place and then take flight, as he just died actually.
And yeah, there we go. The Uber is forced on the Fragile. On 40 off, does get a nice pop in time. Enigma, meanwhile, is behind. Does get taken down. So that is 2-player advantage for Exertus. They're going to try and poke this midpoint, see what they can do, but they're going to have to push into the sticky traps of Platinum and the oh my god. Platinum getting a double kill on the combo. So disaster, but Hamu drops the Uber. Just trying to stand stoic in the face of danger. That is a Roma and just does get destroyed with that Uber, but Mixup don't really care that much. They have the massive player advantage right now. The only 2 players left standing are the Exertus Scouts. Alpha with the quick 2-shot on Platinum from behind though, so that's gonna actually buy his team a little bit of time, but Decimate might get taken down as well, so not exactly best time for him to die, unfortunately, and Exertus won't be able to contest that second point, so there is going to be a little bit of a reset as Exertus are defending last, and teams slight Uber advantage in the hands of Exertus. Fragile just very methodical, making sure he gets that Uber built, but right now is just kind of running back, making sure he meets up with the soldier, and he's going to build Uber because none of his scouts are up, and it looks like he wouldn't have any anyway because they're switching to their utility classes.
Yeah, NG up. Alpha's going to be building a gun. Decimate's gone sniper, so Alpha's hit some shots earlier in this game, and Decimate wants to go. He's actually got scoped up down that sort of right sight line. You can see quite a bit from there. Tyler's tossing rockets his way, but Decimate's got 125. He's fine. And nice response from Mixup. They're going to build their Uber way, way back on the second point. It would take a very brave sniper to get a shot on Harb now.
The Congo.
They're congoing. They're cutting a jig there. They're dancing away. In the meantime, Gun is made it to level 2 and gonna be upgraded to level 3. So we'll see if it propels Platinum all the way back into the skybox like we saw earlier in this game, or if we'll just see another 2-man. I called that wrong before. I thought Seagull got shut down, but Enigma actually went in as well. So maybe a little 2-man suicide. Seagull is poking in cheese, and actually everyone's gonna go cheese. So trying to get away from that Decimate scope, and Decimate's gonna reposition back, and we're gonna kind of take a little break here, see if one side blinks in this stare down.
Yeah, meanwhile, you're talking about cheese. Well, I'm just starving right now. Oh my god. I hate the name for that area. Can't we just call it something else like, not cheese? Let's just call it not cheese.
Call it something disgusting so you don't get hungry.
Yes.
Call it like mold.
Puke or mold. There we go. You're seeing some Mix-Up players jumping right now. Seagull does jump in. Platinum does get taken down as well. So 2 players down, including Demo Man. So Dirt's going to be trying to poke here a bit, but they do have those 2 utility classes. So probably much going to be done there, and they're happy to hold this last point. There's 16 minutes left in the round. They are up 1-0, but never mind. That is Mela flying in, trying to imitate the Seagull with the corcoring, but not quite some corcoring. So it's some sort of hipster corcor, but unfortunately doesn't get anything done there. So Mix-Up with that 1-man advantage, but this is top one push. But meanwhile, Enigma just casually strolls in through the low. Is he going to get 2? Are you kidding me? How did that even go unseen? Randall was going for the resop, and Alpha was just whacking his gun, and meanwhile, it was just perfect timing by Enigma with those wall hacks, maybe just coming in at the perfect timing. Meanwhile, Mix-Up going to be pushing through this low main. Uber is used. Uber's going to be milked a little bit by the Fragile. If Gun does get taken down, so the counter pop does come out. Rando going to be getting Ubered there, trying to see what he can find. Not really fighting many players right now. Mix-Up have done Delta splits, so to say. Seagull the first one to actually drop, and Exertus play is really healthy right now, and a bit of a scramble is Mix-Up, just trying to scramble, get towards his second point. Platinum does get taken down, Squid gets taken down. Alpha does get taken down as well, but meanwhile, I don't know if anyone's blind if there's a Seagull. No, he was actually one of the casualties, but Exertus are going to cut this successfully. Badonsky with a nice pipe, and just well played by Exertus, just taking that back.
Yeah, good scramble by them. 14 seconds for Enigma and Tyler. Squid's going to be up. He will get forward. There's Seagull, though, going for round 2. He just does about 400 damage. Doesn't get a kill, though, but that is going to put your heart in your throat and feel pretty bad when all of a sudden, like, oh, he's going to kill all of us. Okay, we're fine. Yeah, actually, everyone did get forward except for Seagull, who will be back to the dismay of Exertus. And Exertus, though, with Uber, Harb's got his. Exertus might feel like they have more of an advantage than they do. They're posturing just to push right in. It's going to be a pretty even fight. Exertus feeling good about themselves, but they've already got dealt quite a serious blow and damage, and Alpha's actually going to get taken down as well. He's going to be on spawn. And look at Tyler. The shotty for Dreams. He's got both scouts. Rando's staying in. He's going for the glory, but he's going to go for the Tyler shotty, the triple shotty, and Exertus gets absolutely destroyed. Mopped up. Wow, that was a 6 down, 6 up turn, and we're cutting a jig on mid, boys.
Yeah, Exertus just overextended with their Uber. They knew it was a poor Uber. They lost a player. They were in a poor position. Mix did a nice Uber into them. Only a solo, meanwhile they had the multi on Exertus, and it was just not exactly the best decision to overcommit there. And now they're just forced back to their last point, and they're going to have a really good defense like they did last time, and with a 50% Uber disadvantage this time as opposed to even Ubers, I reckon it's going to be a pretty tall order.
Yeah, it's definitely. Harb's gonna get ready to go. We'll see what they elect to do as far as the push goes. Looks like they're gonna try to go their top right, Exertus is top left, but there's Bedonsky there. He's got a lot of damage. I'm not sure. He's got stickies there as well, so they're gonna have to pop early. They don't care. They're just gonna go right in. Oh, Tyler gets just bookended by that right click, and Siegel gets domed by Mela. Little roamer on roamer action via the Australian man. Will it matter? 4-on-4 fight. Fragile still up. Harb is still up, and he's kind of getting caught out here. Half health for Harb. Squid is in at last. He's been a god so far in this series, but the tentacled one is going to have to get back, and here comes Exertus. They're trying to crash in the wave of red. Big bomb! Oh, Mela! Tyler, put it in a frag video. Book it! A double, or at least a trashing. There's a red Uber getting popped out here, but no soldiers to Uber. Siegel is behind. He's lower. Platinum is just plus forwarding the Uber. Platinum has got him with help of Siegel. Here comes a bowling ball. No, just misses. And actually on the backside, Harb's getting pushed by the 2 scouts. He's going to be able to stay alive. He's got needles, but no, Alpha's there. Alpha got him, and he's going to get the cap. Wow, what a crazy fight. And actually only Squid remains after what a ridiculous fight.
Tyler just, yeah, maybe going to make another frag by Tyler video, just absolutely destroying both soldiers, I think it was. Just going to look easy. That was just absurd play and just a little bit of overextension by Exertus, not exactly respecting Tyler, the monster machine, the Tyler Airshot Morgan, Surface to Air Morgan, as all those nicknames come out right now. But enough of that, we do have a little bit of even Uber advantage, Uber situation, I should say, as both teams are around 50% mark, Harbly with a slight disadvantage, and you were telling me to look at something.
Look at Alpha, he's hanging out.
Oh my goodness.
He's going to make you hungrier. He's going to cook himself like an omelet over there in the kitchen.
Oh my
He's having
god.
himself a good old time.
Why is he doing this to me? Is there even any food in the kitchen, or is it just a collection of pots and pans? There's pots and pans and...
Probably can make some
bottles
bread in
don't
there.
even-
I'm guessing it's TF2 after all. Alpha's playing this very... I'm not sure who we got there. No one knows. Not sure what they're going to do.
No clue.
Alpha's just hanging out. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. It's going to be a 5-on-6 in the main fight. Exertus not getting very aggressive. Here comes Harb, or here comes Alpha.
Oh.
There it is. He comes out of the kitchen. He's got himself a loaf of bread and a meat shot for the back of Harb, who does have to force a pop. Big play from the birthday boy. Exertus now 5v6. Mixup's not even going to try to get in, so they're going to wait for their Trans-Slovenian to spawn up, and they're going to go suck some blood at mid, I believe. But Mixup is back. They're on the upper portion of this midpoint, ready to just meat shot anything that jumps at them. It's a hard push, even with a full advantage.
Yeah, it looks like Randall was wise to the sticky traps, but there was still a lot of rocket spam coming in as well, and some cannonballs. Sure, the Uber is used, they didn't really get any kills, but Squid actually killing Decimate. I wonder where that was. I think Squid's actually on the backside, did get a pick off. And he's behind him right now. He's going to come and find Bedonsky with the help of Seagull, takes him down, and takes down the Fragile. Poor communication once again. Exertus just absolutely faltering right now when they had a massive advantage. Just, ugh.
Tyler hit another air shot onto Mela. I don't know if Mela's got that that sort of magnet thing where the rocket just hits you. There he goes. Second's going to go down. Harb has Uber. Oh, Lord. Exertus is, I don't know what they're going to try to do to defend this. Bedonsky's just coming up now. He's going to drop as much left-click, right-click love as he possibly can, but he's going to have to try to skirt this gigantic Uber. Actually, a very good job from Exertus, has to be said. There's the bowling ball onto Rando. Mela's got the high ground. A lot of low mix-up members. There's one. Nico's going to walk in the point. Alpha does spawn up here, so Alpha, is he the clutchest of all the bears? No, he's not. Did get one. Did get the med. But there you go. We're at 4-4, so you called it.
Yeah, I called a 5-4 in favor of Exertus, but yeah, it looks like it happened, or probably just be Mixed pull out the win. No Crits Creed swap ups on this midpoint. No shenanigans from Exertus trying to catch Mixup off guard. They want to play the standard, and they want to make sure if they win the midpoint, it's just a solid game all around and just play. And with 9.5 minutes left on this round, there's still a decent amount of time for the game to slow down a little bit. Seagull playing for that slow area, but right now, it seems Melee jumps behind, going for the wraparound play. Meanwhile, the rest of his team kind of in a bit of trouble. Melee getting behind, does force back button, does a huge amount of damage, does take him down with the help of Decimate, but the Fragile does get dropped. Meanwhile, Harblue though also dying as well, so both medics being traded. Overall, Mixup winning the DM fight though, and just winning that mid. 6 kills in favor of 2.
Yeah, the Melee play did not work out there. You know, it's a roamer thing they love to do. Dave AC sort of championed it for the beginning parts of where you just jump behind the team, and Melee did a good job, got behind, but in the meantime, that 6v5, so low with Mixup too. That definitely could have gone the other way, but that's okay. Gotta try things as roamer. And Mixup now with the second point as well. They're pushing to win. Now, they came into today with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3, handled Exertus 5-1 on Badlands, and a very awesome match right now in the Snakewater parts. 4-4 tie. Mixup wins this, and they're joining Froyotech, going to England. Why anyone would want to do that, I don't know. I'm just kidding. I actually really want to go too, but whatever. We're going to wait. Uber's completely even. Decimate's sniping. He's actually pushed in pretty far on the blue side. No pick class, no utility class. And we'll see if anyone suicides or what.
Yeah, just game slowing down yet again. Obviously, that double defensive utility on the Exertus side, so a bit hard to push in. We're going to see another Platinum and Seagull hybrid bomb. We saw it actually come into great effect yesterday, where I think Platinum dropped the medic with Seagull, and it pretty much almost dropped the entire team on the other side. I don't know who it was against. I think it was Exertus, and Exertus just didn't know what to do. They just dumbfounded, and meanwhile, they're actually poking in through this little, I guess, left lobby area, just poking a little bit here. Some little forward stickings by Podolsky. Does get a pick on Enigma, so good play there. They're hoping for that Decimate headshot as well to get that 2-player advantage. And there we go, Seagull does actually get taken down, so a little bit of room for Exertus to push, but they're going to have to push into Stickies and Cannibals, which is just a pain in the behind. Reno eating a lot of damage entering, is trying to milk it as long as he can. Does get the Uber popped on him, the Harblue and Tyler with a good position. Tyler just wrapping around behind, avoiding that Uber, just trying to see if he can get some picks on the backside. And both team's combo is just in a weird position. Platinum though getting the pick on the Fragile, and Reno getting taken as well, so that's a combo down for Exertus. They're faltering right now. They only have the engineer up on last. Everyone on Mixup is alive. Some low players are in there, but they're going to just be coming in, focused by that sentry. Gun does actually take down Tyler. Alpha trying to flex his muscle in here. This man takes down Squid as well. Those spawns may be coming up just in time. No, it's only Fragile, who's not a DM class. That is GG. Close game, but unfortunately Mixup coming out with the win there, so unfortunate for Exertus, and a quick leave by one of the Exertus players. I think that was Rando. Not too happy about that performance, unfortunately, but well played to Mixup. They come out with the win, but showing signs of life, Exertus on this second map, but not able to come away with the win.
Yeah, that was actually a really good game. GG, Mixup, congratulations to them. They're heading towards I52. A week of fun of the sun in lovely Coventry. Is that what you said? I don't know. Well,
It's one.
Yeah, it's like the bad prize you win on Prices Right. You got a trip. No, it's kidding. It's gonna be great. I'm just kidding, Euros. I love England. I've never been, but I want to go. So GG to them and to Exertus for a fine showing in this Snakewater game. Let it fall through the cracks. I'm not sure what differences I really saw. Platinum running the cannonball, the loose canon, did some work, but I think Mixup just kind of pulled up the pants, big boy pants, and laid the wood to him, so to speak. But 4-5, a memorable game for sure. But we are set now for I52 as far as the foreign teams that are going to show up, and that's very exciting. So, Yuki, you can go get some food now, my friend. Some breakfast.
Cheese,
yeah.
some sort of, yeah, just have a big cheese roll there, just sitting there and just eat the whole thing. No, that would probably make someone sick, but yeah, unfortunately, Exertus Nova come with the win. Mixup come with the win, so I'm going to see them in Coventry at I52 in 1 month and a bit time, so there'll be some fun times seeing obviously the 2 American teams there this time as opposed to last year's just the single. And I don't know, it's going to be a pretty crazy land coming up ahead of us. I mean, I don't think there's any other events in the way. If there's like some, I don't know, another Twitch Invitational, please join to it.
I was gonna say, I don't know. We had this to look forward to after the ESEA LAN, which was last weekend,
does
and
the season
now
start? The ESEA season, or is it just the registration? Will it start? I don't think it'll start before LAN. Surely Killing will like, okay, LAN's starting for this. I'm not going to start the season, and then he'll just decide, hey, maybe I will. Just, I don't know, we'll see.
I gotta think that the season's probably gonna start in a couple weeks, 3 weeks maybe or so. But yeah, we always have content available at teamfortress.tv. If you so please, we may not have like a formal cast going on, but plenty of awesome streamers and other such content. You can actually watch point of views of players like Clockwork and Duwatna and others who are really fun. So check those out, bookmark it, favorite it, come get involved in our community, and Yuki will send you signed headshots because he's a famous gamer and a professional. Alright, so thank you so much for joining us again. Congratulations to Mixup. Chat, I'm going to wield my super bear powers and I'm going to make you say hearts to our awesome cameraman, Truck, who did yet another marathon streaming thing of both yesterday's events and today. He is a god among nerds. Love this man. Follow him, subscribe to him, give him your Twitch monies. I know I haven't, but I may at some point. So hearts to Truck, and if you're subscribed to this channel, you can even put his googly-eyed face in chat, and wouldn't that be a treat? So thank you very much to Kurt. I think that's going to do it for us. Yuki, is there anything else you want to say?
Just shout out to all the teams that participated in the competition. Unfortunately, streams went 0-2 yesterday, so they were knocked out. But decent showing from both teams today. Just solid play all around, but hopefully you can see some of that in the UK in August, and it's going to be an exciting event. Look forward to it.
That's going to be great. Hopefully we can bring some more Team Fortress TV content. I believe the Euros are still going strong. You see Admirable in our chat, just curled up in bed with that pot of coffee I made him brew. Shout out to him for almost taking place with my awesome Australian caster buddy. But that's going to be it for us today. Not sure when we'll see you guys again, but thank you so much for watching, and certainly bookmark that i52 is going to be fantastic. So on behalf of Truck, Yuki, I'm the Bear. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you guys later.